Now we are going to utilize a polymorphism in processing the bank accounts at the end of the month. So let's create an array of bank accounts pointers. Bank account pointers. So there's accounts there. Suppose I have 6 accounts in my bank. Then accounts, first one, new checking account with $100 balance, and then let's one as a savings account. For simple verification purpose, let's have interest rate 0.1, and then let's do 23, and then 4 and 5. So we have 6 accounts created dynamically, and the pointers are assigned into the array. And we could do some transactions. So each account holder, like accounts 0, will do a deposit of $50 deposit there. Accounts, so there's typo. It is accounts. And then in account 1, we withdraw $50 and the like. You can do many transactions. So here many transactions during the month happens. We are doing some simulation, and then at the end of now is the end of the month. So we need to do processing. We have 6 accounts. Let me give up. What we need to do is accounts I arrow end of the month, something like this. So let's remove breakpoint and set here terminal compile, and then debug run. By the way, if you make a cout, the cout on Mac, it will be on terminal, not in this terminal, but the external terminal. And if you are using Windows, it's a command prompt will be there. So let me show you that part. So at this moment, if I call end of month from account 0, which checking account, step over, and then account 6, 0, balance is there at the end of the month. Nothing actually happened because transaction is there. But if I look up the console output, which is a runtime terminal, but this is not runtime terminal as you run the program. So Mac is a terminal, but Windows command prompt. What it says is, do not call me bank account. So at the end of the month, account 0, the bank account is called. I intended to call end of month of checking account though. So why is it so? If you remember, let me stop the debugger. If you remember, if the superclass, the function overriding is there, but unless you give a keyword virtual, the dynamic binding does not happen. So remember that. And the good programming practice is that anyway, for all classes is descendant of a bank account, anyway declare end of a month as a virtual for future purpose. So keyword virtual is crucial to enable the dynamic binding, which was explained in the previous lesson. So now compile the program and then go back to main program and start debug. There, as I do step over, actually there will not be any cout there, and like so we can verify savings. The savings, the interest will be added. So go to the next breakpoint. Now I is 1 step over that accounts 1 balance is increased. After withdrawal, balance was 50, and at the end of the month, 10% is raised, so balance is 55. So dynamic binding works because of a keyword virtual.